All right, so we're back into it. This is basically the finals of the sort of players that were ranked between 49 and 64 in the qualifying rounds. I think we qualified as like the 57th ranked player out of 135 people that entered the tournament. And we were able to win our semi-final match, and then the 4 winners out of that sort of bracket end up playing this final. So we've guaranteed 1 raffle ticket draw here. And if we win this match, we'll get basically 3 raffle tickets. So we're playing for 2 raffle tickets. We will be 3rd to select on this board, Mike Rocker. So if you're just joining us live now, Mike Rocker is a fellow streamer on Twitch, also streams a lot of colonist.io content. I know that he also kind of commentates on like the tournaments that they organize there in the community. So he's been around kind of the community a lot longer than myself. But yeah, first time we get to play against each other, which is really cool. As the kind of organizers of the event kind of announced that this is like the streamer showdown, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I guess if I don't win, I hope that Mike wins, right? Let's just hope that one of the streamers win. That way I have a 50-50 chance. So yeah, blue player Mike Rocker, the red player DTools22, the green player is Zebra100, and Zebra is someone that if you've been watching my stream for a while, we've sort of run into quite a bit in regular league matches. Definitely a strong player. And ourselves, we're going to be playing with the black pieces. So yeah, we'll see what we have as far as options go. I mean, I don't think it's out of line to just jump on that 5-8-10 if it comes back to us. Just play a super aggressive, like, city building. We'll probably have a bit of space kind of, up in this corner, kind of hide behind the desert. But yeah, we'll see if DTools goes for the ore. If they don't, I'm fairly certain that that's what we're going to do. Yeah, so they do go for the ore. Fair enough. And now we are the 3rd to select. So the question sort of becomes, what kind of strategy can we deploy here to compensate for this problem that we technically have right now, which is that we have no ore. Now, one idea is that I go for the 3-4-6. So, I go for this combo over here, and then, if we're able to, we go on the 3-8. If we're not able to, then we're kind of in trouble. So maybe that's not the best plan in that sense. Because if Zebra decides to go on the 8-3, we go on the 5-11, but then it's kind of terrible. So, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's terrible. We could do the 6-4-2. I mean, that's better than nothing, and then we kind of go down and try to take the clay port, and then with our second settlement, we kind of take like the some wheat and I mean, there's not really wheat and lumber though. That's, I guess, a problem as well to consider. Yeah, very problematic situation here, not gonna lie. All right, I think I'll try this. I mean, the worst case scenario is that we'll do something here with a 5-9-2 or something like that. So, but yeah, my plan in this instance, assuming that we're going to be able to do it, is to jump on the 8-3. In the corner there with the wool port, we have the 6 wool, we have decent wheat, we'll have synchronized, road build, even though it's the 3, which is kind of terrible, but at least like when we're producing one, we'll be producing the other. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully Zebra does not do something that involves also taking the 8-3. So yeah, we'll see how we go here. Quite tricky with that cluster of ore. Quite tricky. But yeah, I mean, if Zebra doesn't take the 8-3, we take it. And if they do take the 8-3, I find it hard to believe that they'd... Meow meow beans on this game. Yes, I think, if I remember correctly, because I did watch Mike stream at some point, and there's some sort of kind of community joke around meow meow beans. I'm not entirely sure like if what the reference like literally refers to. I just know that that's like something that they talk about there. So I mean, maybe he does go for the 8-3 then. Maybe he does go for the 8-3. I mean, if he goes 8-3-10, maybe he goes 8-3. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, so apologies here to Mike Rocker. But yeah, I mean, we definitely have to just jump on this. And, you know, that wool port will also potentially be prove to be useful for us. You know, we can potentially kind of expand to here and get the ore port as well. You know, so our 8 and our 6 will suddenly become like portable. I like that, portable. Portable resources, basically 2 for 1. You know, one of my fantasies is maybe settling here, but I think in the first instance we're going to really focus on trying to get this 411, the ore port. That will likely help us get a city maybe a bit quicker. And if we're able to get, you know, kind of a couple of cities going here relatively quickly, and again, that's going to obviously depend on the 4 here. But yeah, if we're able to do that, I mean, look, red. The red player here might actually jump on this 411 and ore port now that I look at it. But, I mean, even if they do, okay, I'll just put it that way. Like, it is possible that they do that. Even if they do, you know, I don't mind kind of running up here and then, like, maximizing what we can do with our wool ports. Thanks for the follow. Is it Glee Borlov? Is that how you would pronounce your name? But, yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, saying hello, following, all that sort of stuff. Don't be shy, say hello in the chat, let us know where you're from. Always curious to yeah, kind of get to know my followers a little bit. It's kind of easy easy at the moment since it's kind of a new channel and we're just kind of building things up here, but yeah, definitely say hello in the chat, let me know, you know, what part of the world you're from, and again, thank you very much for the follow, it really is appreciated. Yeah, so red didn't go for this 411 idea, which I'm really happy with. I mean, I think that, you know, from their perspective, like, they're gonna kind of build a road over to here and take this 910. So yeah, that's like a super strong kind of expansion spot for them. And then they're gonna have, you know, from their perspective, quite a lot of wheat, but, you know, it might, yeah, it might be tricky for them to get onto that spot quickly. So I'm hoping, you know, I'm hoping for that like timely roll of a 3 that helps me, you know, kind of build the road and settle here on the ore port. You know, hopefully a lot of 6s roll as well. That might supplement, you know, some of the resources we might be lacking. Yeah, I mean, if we're able to build, I guess, a city, this is, I'm just, you know, kind of sharing my sort of initial thoughts here with you guys, but I mean, if we get the materials for a city relatively quickly, ooh, wow, that's Mike crushing the dreams of the red player here. I mean, I think that really, that's a really brutal move as far as like hurting the chances of D tools here, so Yeah, that's pretty intense. So, I mean, he's gonna need the wheat. We do not have wheat. The green player, I guess, is the only one that would have. I mean, I guess blue has wheat as well. So yeah, he can kind of immediately, immediately kind of shiv Mike here. But yeah, blocking the red player from being able to settle on the 9-10, and now for red to have to kind of build 2 roads and get the 9-12. I mean, that's nasty. That's some nasty trickery over there. I like it. Definitely good for us, you know, like 2 players kind of hurting each other always helps the other 2. So yeah, so I'll just finish my thought from earlier. My thinking is that if somehow, you know, we get the wheat and the ore and we're able to put a city up, yeah, the 6-4-3 is going to be the first city that we go for, and because we have the wool port, that can really help us as far as being able to kind of put that road down and settle. But there you go. I mean, we get that lucky roll of a 3 kind of early. You know, definitely something to appreciate here, just to get it like early on, if you know what I mean. Like 3s are not a very common number, so just to, you know, be able to put down that first road. I mean, I guess there's a fair argument to be made that we just go for the 6, 11, 12. But I think if we're able to settle here, like we're going to have the time to you know, to do that as well. So yeah. Very happy that we're going to be able to put a road down on our turn. That's, you know, kind of a good start. So yeah, we're going to do it this way. Again, I'm not sure, like, if we were, you know, kind of game theory optimaling this sort of scenario, like, does this road make more sense than this road because I have the wool port? Not entirely sure, but I mean, I think the ore port is also going to be very useful for us, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I would like to start with this. Again, if somehow we have the materials to put a city down, we'll do that first. But or sorry, the 3-4-6 first is what I mean. But yeah, we'll have to sort of wait and see what the dice do here. That's 1 wheat, so we're 50% of the way there with a wheat. Wow, another 3. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I mean, if a 6 rolls, we obviously just settle straight away. We're not interested in getting wheat. But yeah, I mean, you know, D-Tool's obviously looking for the wheat, kind of desperate to get it. You know, all of that ore without the wheat, kind of useless at this stage. So, you know, that move that the blue player did here, Mike, yeah, just really kind of sticks a cog in their wheel, if that makes sense. Just makes it very difficult for them. Wow, yeah, I mean, we have to put a city down. We just have to do this. So, yeah, keep going. And now we're gonna get hit. Maybe the 8 ore. I would like for it to be the 8 ore, to be honest. I mean, I'd rather that than the 6. But yeah, my sense is that we're gonna get hit. Yeah, okay. So he robs us. Hopefully it's lumber. Is it lumber? Yeah. So at least that, you know what I mean? Like, at least like the 66% chance thing kind of played out there. And now essentially we're, you know, only missing the 2 resources that we're missing, and, you know, maybe we're going to be able to settle relatively quickly. And yeah, now that we've put a city down, the ore is, you know, it's not that I wouldn't like to produce ore, it's just I'm expecting to kind of get blocked somewhere at some point. So yeah, may as well be that, which doesn't sort of prevent us from producing what we. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of crazy. Like, I don't think a 6 is rolled at all thus far. So I mean, there's nothing we can do. We're just gonna have to keep going. But now he's going to attack us again, and so this ruins things for us a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, very lucky for Zebra here to roll these 7s. I mean, Oh wow! So they don't go for us. I'm yeah super stoked that that happened. Um, I just assume that we have a city. We're on 3 points. We're kind of moving a little bit ahead. That we would get targeted here, but yeah. So that's kind of a good turn of events. Glad to see that Zebra didn't give us the shiv there, because that would have been quite painful to lose one of those 2 resources, which are not easy for us to obtain. But yeah, a 6 and a 4 is what we would love to see at this stage. A couple of 6s would work as well, of course. But yeah, I don't think we've seen a 6 roll as of yet, so... Ah. Oh wow. What is going on? I think... like, I don't know if maybe... I don't know if maybe Mike has something specifically against, like, D-tools here. But, you have to hit the green player a little bit as well. Like, I understand if they would go for us and all that sort of stuff, but... green players had, like, way too much freedom so far. And from the red player's perspective, wanting that wheat. So yeah, I'm glad to see that again as well. But yeah, still, another round has gone by. I guess there were a couple of 7s, but we just haven't been producing anything, so... Yeah. A full round of nothingness. Mike going for the dev cards. Yeah, definitely understandable. Okay, so finally a 6 rolls. And now on our turn, if we're able to roll a 4 or a 6, we'll be able to settle. If we roll a 4, we can settle and take a dev card, which is nice. But yeah, obviously, very easy turn from our perspective. Just do this. Put that settlement down. And onward and upward we go. Yeah, so I think now at this stage, like with the ore port and the wool ports and the city, all of those sort of initial goals I was hoping to be able to achieve, we've achieved. So I definitely think we're in the running here. Still early days, right? But the fact that we've been able to kind of increase our production relatively quickly and expand and all of that sort of stuff, now we can try to, build this road and kind of, add more to our wool production here. Like this, yeah, this could be, this could be pretty strong. I'm sort of asking myself at this stage with like what the blue player has been doing, whether it's even worth it to try and pursue army here. But yeah, lots of 9s have been rolling. That 9 has been very, very strong. Again, I'm not complaining. Like we went off to a pretty solid start here, but yeah, that's pretty pretty strong there. I think it does make sense to take development cards, but maybe we get that road build kind of card, or you know what I mean? Like maybe we get something useful. It's also always useful to be able to kind of play a bit of defense. So yeah, my assumption, we'll see what we roll, but my assumption is that I'm going to be taking a development card on my turn here. Yep, makes sense. I would have thought that he would try to pursue like a 2 road build to get onto the wheat, but yeah, so we'll take a development card. Yeah, not going to complain about having a knight in my hand, being able to play a bit of D. I assume Zebra is going to go after us at this stage. Whether it's the 8 or the 4 wheat, I don't know, but you have to assume that that's going to be the case here. Yep, keep going for the 8 ore, probably going after us. Okay, so they see that we have one card, I guess, and they're sort of, yeah, assuming that we're not going to be able to do much on our turn on that basis. Or maybe they're assuming that they can get what they want from red, so. I mean, now you kind of wonder what blue is going to do here. Just thinking, I mean, from my perspective, using the, assuming I'm going to be blocked, yeah, and we are blocked, my perspective is that I need to try and do what I can to slow down the green player here. And in that regard, I mean, their best producing spot is the 10, but the 9, as far as points of production and all that lumber and all of that stuff, that might be the one to go after. At this stage, so I mean, zebra only has one card and all that, but yeah, I might have to go after zebra here. I mean, even if it's just for that wheat, and just kind of hurt them a little bit here on their production. I mean, this is their best producing spot. Like if you look at it from points of production, the 8 would be 5 points, and then the 5 would be 8 points. So. Hope that makes sense. Just as far as the stream goes, it looks like we just had a little dropout again. I do apologize if you are watching live. Just let me know that it is happening because, yeah, we've been having a little bit of trouble the last couple of days. It's one of those things that I'm going to bring up with my internet service provider, but yeah, I am going after green here. Yeah, and we're able to get another development card, which is nice. So we're just going to do that again straight away. Yeah, so the 2 road build, I mean, this is kind of what I was hoping for. This allows us to kind of, get a few things done here as far as like expanding and ensuring that we have like another spot to be able to go to. So, okay, interesting. So he's going after red now. So yeah, zebra immediately able to remove the robber that I put on the 5. He puts it on that 5. Yeah, nicely timed. There is a rule in Settlers of Catan where once you move like the knight, or once you move the robber, sorry, with a knight, then the immediate kind of dice roll afterwards is that number that you just you just went for. So yeah, I mean, the road build is great. I think I'm not going to expose my hand, so to speak, and not show the table here that not basically not place the roads until I have what I need to be able to settle. Yeah, I mean, we're looking okay. Wow, he just goes for 3 dev cards immediately. That's so sick. Yeah, I mean, we don't have the wheat port. That's the one port we don't have. So what I'm thinking is that I can try to work my way into like a trade. How do I do this? I mean, I think the red player is going to be interested. I'm just not sure. Okay, so he's doing wheat for lumber. I think we have to do it. I'll try this as well. Like, I don't mind, I'll try ore for sheep as well. Yeah, nobody's interested. I mean, maybe I do a 4 for 1 then for clay. So yeah, that just gets us really close to having a settlement in our hand, and then, potentially on the next turn, if we do, it's so funny that we rolled it. Like I did what I could to get like the resources, and we just roll a 3. That's quite comical, but yeah, I mean, I just thought that it would be very, very difficult for us to rely on the idea of getting a 3 here, but I mean, with that being said, you know, we're actually kind of close to maybe being able to put 2 settlements down in 1 turn if, you know, we get very, very lucky here. So, yeah, blocking our 6 is very strong, Mike. Well played. Yeah, we are going to need to get some wool somehow. And I'm not entirely sure how we can make that happen here. Yeah, very, very sad. You know, what is the green player going to want? I mean, can I get this trade? Is Mike considering this or not? I don't know. Warver sheep? Sort of running out of time here, but yeah, I think I have to do this. I think now we we'll kind of expose our hand here. And yeah, we do this. So again, you know, not ideal that the 6 is blocked and all of that, but you know, I do believe that eventually we'll be able to kind of get rid of that. Yeah, definitely moving along here. I mean, I do like the way that we've been able to expand here. My hope is that you know, soon enough we're going to be able to put another city on the board. But yeah, definitely going to start saving up for a city here. If the settlement comes first, great. If, you know, something else comes first, that's fine as well. Yeah, green is going to be going for road here. Pretty much uncontested, I think. So, you know, from our perspective, like if we're able to block the green player, we'll do that. I think Mike is playing a very strong sort of def card strategy here. And yeah, so we helped him settle. He helped us settle. Yeah, those 6s. Yeah, not getting the production from those 6s is hurting for sure. That's just very painful. I mean, I'm not sure how we counter this now as well, because Mike has been so aggressively kind of pursuing development cards, and if he's recognizing that what he needs to block is the 6 wool, you know, basically, even if we are able to kind of remove it, you know, 2 rolls later it's back on it, so yeah, we'll just have to keep running with what's going on here, and yeah, there's nothing I can do about this either, so keep going. Not sure if you can hear it on stream, but yeah, it just started raining outside here pretty heavily. I do live in kind of a tropical part of Australia, sort of just outside of Cairns, which also gets a lot of rain, but where I live it's kind of up in the mountains, where you get even more rain probably, except for when there's like, you know, tropical kind of storm situation going on. But yeah, there's a lot of agriculture around me due to that fact, and yeah, so if you can hear that, that's can't trade it. Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. Yeah, the red player has 8 cards. They don't want to make a trade because they're afraid they might get 7'd out, and then it, you know, kind of doesn't work for them anyway, so. Yeah, I mean, somehow here we've been able to to get like road building materials, which is pretty incredible. I guess there's an argument to be made that like with 2 roads we can even try to do, a double up on the 8 there. I mean, I thought that would have been something that somebody pursued much quicker, but just buying the dev. Yeah, I mean, that seemed like a little bit of a risky play from him if he's being honest there about not being sure how much wheat there is out there. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a good roll for us. We do have 8 cards, however, so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, I'll try to get this done. Come in with a good offer. Nice. Yeah, so this situation here, like, this is really unexpected. But, I mean, I think that being able to do this, and kind of increasing our ore production the way that we just did, that really sets us up, and especially with like the ore port as well, that sets us up to be kind of in a position where it's going to be very, very difficult for people to, kind of prevent us from doing some damage here. And Zebra just immediately with a with a knight just hitting our ore. But yeah, I mean, again, and immediately the 8 rolls, that law that I've been talking about. But yeah, I mean, that frees up our 6, so I mean, I like the 6s as well, obviously. But yeah, Zebra is super dangerous here. I mean, uncontested road build. I think people are kind of... I mean, like, they can say whatever they want, but like they're essentially on 7 points because nobody's going to be able to compete with that road once they get it. So yeah, Mike takes over the kind of sole lead for army there. As soon as Zebra got to 2, uses a knight to get to 3, and from the losers bench. Hey Fargus, thanks for stopping by, saying hello. So what sort of game, which sort of bracket were you in? What how did you do in sort of the qualifiers? And yeah, where are you from in the world, geographically speaking? Yeah, that's a really good roll for us. I mean, finally the 6 is open, the 8 is open as well. So if somehow we get an 8, I mean, Mike is gonna go for us, I think. I mean, hopefully, what I'm hoping is that by just that little table talk there, I think, maybe like they're gonna start paying attention to the green player just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, going after us makes all the sense in the world as well. So yeah. Not going to hold that against him. Yeah, I mean, we really need another city if we can. Definitely in the mix. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to fight for the largest army this game. So I think like our path to victory here is. I mean, I am going to go after some development cards. I'm going to have to play a little bit of defense here. But yeah, our path to victory revolves around maybe getting a victory point from the development card kind of along the way. But yeah, dropping some cities. Maybe a timely 3 allows us to settle. That sort of thing, but yeah, I mean, in this instance, I'm just wondering. I mean, there is an argument to be made to try and at least produce the city here, because if I can get a wool for wheat or we have a city. So, I mean, if I can get it, I'll do it. I'll try this. But if we can't get it, then I'll just go for a development card and kind of hold. So 18th in qualifiers, 2nd spot and 4th in your 2 games. Yeah, okay. New house in Tennessee. Yeah, my family is from Tennessee, so I grew up basically. Well, as a baby, I was in Dallas, Texas, and then my father sort of moved us over to Nashville when I was, probably like when I started hitting the double digits. I guess I was like 11 or something like that, 12 when we first moved there. What part of Tennessee are you from? Yeah, I mean, I know Tennessee quite well. Traveled quite a bit in the U.S. in general, but I mean, Tennessee is, kind of like my second home. When I go to the States to visit family, that's where I go. So I think on our turn here, I'm just going to just quickly kind of scroll up to see what's been rolling. 11, 12, 6, 9. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can kind of swindle like 1 ore from someone when I do a robbery here. I mean, I guess the most likely candidate for ore is going to be like blue and red. I mean, maybe I have to go after Mike at this stage. To Crossville. Yeah, Crossville I'm not familiar with. Sort of what part of Tennessee is Crossville? That sounds like it's one of those sort of mid-sized towns kind of in between Memphis and Nashville maybe, or like Nashville and Knoxville or Nashville and Chattanooga kind of thing. But yeah, I love Tennessee. I mean, just all that greenery and all that stuff, just fantastic. I actually made a mistake there. I should have moved the robber before I did the rolling, but yeah, we'll go here. We'll hit Mike. We'll get some more sheep. We'll drop a city. Maybe there's an argument to be made. Hold on. So 1, 2. Streamer on streamer violence. Yeah, so we can settle here, but we're not going to be able to build a city, which is a bit of a concern. So I think I have to go for the city. And I guess the city is like this 8-3. That's probably the most sensible one. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, green grass. It's been snowing like crazy. My sister sent me some photos of like her with her kids. Kind of, they created like some sort of sled kind of thing. We're dragging the babies around and kind of in the snow. So yeah, beautiful area. Like when it's kind of normal times, and yeah, a lot to see in the sort of the main cities as well. Like Memphis is a great town. Nashville is a fantastic town. I mean, Knoxville up in the mountains there as well, like all of those Gatlinburg type places, and Chattanooga, of course, as well. Just yeah, lots of really cool spots there in Tennessee. But yeah, Nashville is literally like my second home. So yeah, we're getting robbed. The ore is fantastic. That's obviously what we're sort of hoping to achieve here. We do have the ore port as well, just as a reminder. So yeah, that's sort of set up in the beginning with the ore port and the wool port. You know, block the 6, we'll get 8s. Block the 8s, we get a 6, and hopefully we'll be able to utilize, you know, whichever cards we get from whichever resource to be able to, you know, get more points on the board here. Yeah. So I mean, in this instance, I mean, barring you know, rolling a 7 or getting the wheat, I think I'm just going to go for that settlement. I guess if I roll another 8, we would have 9 ore. So we could go for another city, which is not the worst idea either. Red going for the road there. Nice. Whew. Those 5s, my god. That's insane. Yeah, so red is on 9 points here. But yeah, I mean, I have to put another point on the board. I may as well have the opportunity to do it. So let's just get this done and keep going. Yeah, a lot of the focus has been on us here, and you know, red sort of has been able to kind of spread their tentacles all around the board and find a way to get points. I mean, green has to get the road. I mean, we just, you know, I'm very surprised that they weren't able to do it up to now. Like, it's kind of crazy to let red hold on to the road here. Wow, that's, I mean, yeah, for zebra not to go for the road here is tragic. Oh, okay, so he does have the, thank God. Man, I was like, what? How is he not going for road? Okay. So would he know Fargus? Is that how I would put your name? I'll just go, hey D Tools. Fargus says hi. Okay, still going after red here. Oh, taking all of the ore. That's so painful. Oh, Mike. Oh, Mike. GG. Well done. So yeah, congrats to Mike Rocker there. You know, that was kind of brutal, but yeah, going hard for those dev cards really paid off for him. Yeah, 2 victory points, 3 cities, army. You know, very clean win in terms of like getting that done. Didn't have to develop or expand that much. Yeah, so again, congrats to Mike Rocker. I'll just jump back over to the Discord community, just kind of drop in and say hello. Maybe I'll just write it down here as well. So